If all had gone to plan, the opening shot of this film should have been something like this, followed by something like this, climaxing with something like this. However, nature played us a rotten hand and Storm Amy stopped the inaugural Dorset Macnab in its tracks.
We shouldn't be here, should we?
No, we shouldn't be here this morning. We had a window of about 15 knots where we could have got off Portland, where there are heaps of bluefin tuna at the moment, and it would have been fantastic, but unfortunately we just can't do it. But that's not a problem, because we'll be back to show you the Dorset Macnab at another time.
You okay with that, Mike? Not too
Sounds
disappointed?
good to me. No, one of those things. There's always something else to do in Dorset, which is great.
So, Peter and Mike are leaving the fish starter and the duck main course for another day, and we're heading straight for Sika Sunday with plenty of sprinkles. Peter takes us through the estate, trying hot spots that he knows hold stags. Nothing is showing.
We'll stop and call in a minute when I get a good vantage point. The slight worry is that if he's up in behind us here, we're going to wind him. Hopefully he's that way.
With our plans up in the air, Mike heads home until this evening, while David and Peter head off to talk trees. What a perfect opportunity to kill a few hours of daylight by filming a piece for an upcoming episode of Farming Britain, which we're relaunching this autumn.
Spruce drop needles, firs don't. So if Nordman fir, Fraser fir and the likes, then they don't drop their needles. And that's why when I started selling Christmas trees 35 years ago, 90% of my trees I sold were spruce and 10% Nordman. Now, 90% of the trees we sell are Nordman and 10% spruce.
To kill more time, Peter shows David his oil drum sika hide.
It's an old oil tank which has been cut up. We've got some seats in there. We've got a few plans for the future. We need an optics in there. That's the dream that I have. I've got to sort that out. Obviously only allowed to use after we've shot something. But these fields, I don't know if you can see these fields around us. These fields are generally populated on an evening with a large volume of deer, anything between 50 and 150 animals in these fields. So we've got a big deer management culling job on this year, and these fields are very, very important for that because there's so many animals. So this TARDIS is all part of that plan. So you've got three different angles because the deer come out from all different angles on these fields, and you've got a nice backdrop everywhere, nice safe shots. As I say, a really important tool, albeit a quirky one, maybe we should patent them, for deer management on this estate. If he's going to do anything, he'll run across there.
Of course, Dorset is well known for its sika, and Peter is not just shooting the big stuff. There is a whole management plan in place to keep the landowners happy.
Japanese sika deer were released on Brownsea Island in Poole Harbour many years ago without the knowledge that they could actually swim. So they then swam ashore and colonized the purbex. So we're a little way from the purbex here. This is one of the reasons why we've got such a huge amount of sika deer in this area. It's important to understand the volume of deer because that's what justifies the need for proper culling activity of these animals, and that's what this is about. Obviously we're after stags specifically, or prickets, male deer at the moment because they're in season, but this is part of an overall management plan, which is what we are about here, and what we do is getting those numbers down to a more reasonable level in this area.
A strong swirling wind and mild temperature is going to make life tricky for us. We get in really close to some hinds, but struggle to get our stag into the open. We struggle to get any stag into the open. We know they are there because of the thermal. Before we lose the light, Peter heads to another spot where the deer are easy to see but not so easy to get into. He knows some of the sika in the lower ground will wind us. The gamble is they won't disturb a rutting stag.
200, but I'll try and get in closer, all right? Not interested in the call at all, is he? Let him walk down a bit. Yeah, he's 216 now.
Peter tells Mike to get on the sticks.
Okay.
Mike's a seasoned shotgun
think
shooter
I've got
and
it.
angler.
Got it pretty-
He is relatively new to stalking. If the stag presents a shot, it's likely to be a 200-metre shot in low light.
You're happy now, you can run.
With the light disappearing fast, Peter gives Mike the okay.
No. Yeah.
Good shot or not?
Looks alright to me. It's coming straight at us. Oh wow. Wowzers, mate. Wowzers.
Nice animal, that.
Wow.
Wow.
That's a big beast.
You got 4 hands as well? Yeah. He's a good 8-pointer, isn't he? Look.
Very good 8-pointer. Tiny little chip there. Big animal.
There's the stalk.
Nice coronets.
Dave's got a bit of breakage on one at a time.
Just a little bit there, which we'll get marked down on, but it's a big. Good.
Wow.
Good. It's big. It's a big. Did you realise that's a cracker? We did earn it.
We did earn it.
When we
but
started this morning at 5:30, going out on a boat, going out on a boat, and
It
then
looks like a tuna to me.
no.
To help get the stag into the truck, there's a nifty winch system from Animal Transit Boxes.
I'll winch this up this ladder in a minute, and in addition to that, I'll if I was gralloc in the field, this contraption here fits on the back, and I can do a suspended gralloc. But as we now have our new swanky ladder, I don't need to. Obviously, the only problem with having a ladder as part of your paraphernalia is that all my mates take the mickey out of me and say I need it to get in my lifted truck. But yeah.
Make a difference having a lifted truck.
No, not really. But it's a boy's toy, isn't it? Truth be known. Okay.
With hernias averted, the sika stag, which we now know is a gold medal, gets unloaded at the chiller. The day may have started with a washout, but we certainly made up for it, and dates are already in the diary for Mike and Peter to complete the first Dorset Macnab, fur, feather and bluefin. To talk to Peter about tuna, sika or even Christmas trees, head to sportfishingcharters.co.uk.